Hi everyone, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and I have a little unboxing from a cherry on top. So I'm gonna dig right in and knock stuff over on my desk and show you what I got. So recently my sweet friend Sharon told me that there were new colors coming from 𝘄𝐿. So that is what I simply had to get in this order. I'm going to open this up. And I think my camera messes with sound when I have too much ASMR, so I apologize if I'm coming in and out. But my friend Sharon not only told me that there were new colors, but then she sent me a tip as a gift to get these colors. So thank you, Sharon. I'm very excited. These are 3 new colors from the Spa collection, I believe, and neutrals. So I think the cashmere is technically a neutral. But I got the mini ink pads because that's what I collect. You guys know that. I don't get the full size. I get the mini, and then I order the re-inkers. So these 3 colors are Glacier, Cashmere, and Succulent. And I'm so excited. Hang tight. I will swatch these out. But I want to show you the one other thing I got in this order. Something I have been eyeing for a while. So pretty. Oh my gosh. It is Spellbinders 3D, and this one is Mandala Blooms. I don't know if you can see this, but I think what I'm going to do here, since I have you, and hopefully it won't take too long, is I want to swatch the few new colors that I have. So I'm going to do that, and then possibly also demo this embossing folder for you so you can see how gorgeous it is. Now, if you aren't familiar, you can download 𝘄𝐿's swatch charts for free, as well as the color wheels, which is cool. You can print them off and then kind of put a little brad through and have this center section, and then kind of use these different features here on your color wheel. So there is one for the Spa collection, and there's one for the Party collection. To show you where these new colors are, it's in Spa, and we have, where is it? Glacier. So you can see where Glacier falls. It's next to Cove Blue under Juniper Mist. Succulent is here under Sage. So Spruce, Sage, Succulent, and Matcha, if you're familiar. And then I don't think Cashmere is on here because that is considered a neutral. So, yep, that's on. Oh, this is metallic. Yeah, and then here's the neutral collection. So I'm going to come back on and swatch these a moment and show you the embossing folder. Okay, I am back on here. I have my little stamp, which I use for swatching, which is actually an old stamp set called High Five from Essentials by Ellen, or Ellen Hudson, which sadly is no longer available, but this is what I like to use for my swatches. You can see it's stained pink. It doesn't affect the use of it at all. Makes no difference. So I'm going to start with Succulent. I'm going to swatch this a moment. They're sometimes a little hard to get open the first time. Again, I prefer the mini ones just for space reasons, and just I don't know, I like them for different techniques and stuff. So if you have the big ones, no difference in the color, just this is preference. Oh, that is a really pretty color. I don't know if the camera is going to really do it justice, but I can definitely see why it's kind of in this range. It's a really pretty kind of vintagey green color, which I love. Okay, so there's Succulent. Now I'm going to do Glacier. Again, I'm going to try not to launch this. They could be, oh, see, look. I'm a picture of Grace. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Look at that. I'm going to have blue knuckles. They're stained. Great. Okay, so yeah, they're a little hard to open the first time. I wouldn't recommend doing it over your project because you'll probably drop it on there. I've done that before. Ask me how I know. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. 𝘄𝐿 ink pads are on foam. They are extremely juicy, and I recommend getting the re-inkers when you buy the ink pad if you can, because you do have to refill them. Wow, that's dark. Holy cow. I want to see this next to juniper. That looks really close to juniper, but almost a little bit more teal. Where is juniper? Oh yeah, juniper mist right next to it. Okay, so mine is, I think, needed to be re-inked when I recently redid these swatches, knowing that I was going to get these new colors. I was so excited and I wanted to update it. But looking at this, I can tell it's not very juicy. You can see it didn't stamp the greatest. I needed to re-ink that, but I'm a little confused as to why it's darker than the juniper based on the, let me pull this back out, based on this color wheel. However, I can see the teal in it for sure versus the juniper mist. So I think this is a combination of, this is going to dry back a little bit lighter, and this was not fully re-inked or needed to be re-inked. So don't let that throw you. Okay, now finally, I'm going to do cashmere. I'm going to open it up over here in case I launch it. Had much better luck with that one. I'm very excited about this color. It is gorgeous. Okay, can't really see since it's stained pink if I got a good amount of ink on there, but oh, that's really pretty. It's really pretty. I think I had a little bit of wetness on the stamp because there's a little bit of blue from the side, but oh my gosh, is that gorgeous. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back in a minute and let you see these colors dried, because sometimes, like I said, they dry back a little bit lighter. But oh my gosh, these colors are gorgeous. I can see kind of the holes that they filled in the collection just looking at them now, kind of with the different hues. So I'm going to let these sit a moment, and then I'm going to demo something else for you. Okay, so I'm going to get my little 𝗀𝗄𝘄𝘄 blending brushes here, and I want to do some ink blending. Now, looking at this, I'm wondering what colors. I almost think I'm going to start a new one for this cashmere. And the green, I'm going to see. I want it to be true to color here. I'm trying to determine if I need to. I think that'll probably be okay. My lighter of the green, though they're pretty close. And then this one, I'm a little not sure what to do, because I have like the proper teals, but I also have like the dark blue. I think I might use the really dark blue because it's close enough to juniper that I think, and that's what I would use for juniper. So what I have here, usually I don't have a light red because that's more of a pink. I just kind of have a light and dark for most, but as you can see, they're kind of catching up in colors. So they're not super different. I could probably just have one for each, but then I get these colors like cashmere where I'm like, kind of want it to, you know, be on its own and be more true to color. So I am going to load up a new one. Wow, look how juicy that is. My goodness. Okay, and I'm going to do some ink blending, and then I'm going to bust out that gorgeous new embossing folder and show you what that looks like, because I don't think the picture does it justice, and I've been obsessing over that one for a minute. So these colors should work okay together. I'm going to go from the kind of brown here, this cashmere, which again, I suspect it's going to dry back a little bit. I'm going to go into, I think, the blue, and then from the blue into the green, because blue and green will for sure get along. And this is kind of brown, so it's not really going to act up, I don't think. Well, actually, maybe I will do the green just because it's lighter, and I think it's going to be drastic going into that glacier. So hopefully these won't look too bad together. This is a little splotchy. You will find that even if it's splotchy, take a look at it once it's dry and see that it kind of balances out a little bit. I have been using these blending brushes for a while. I still have my kind of traditional shaped ones from the Rabbit Hole Designs, which sadly I think they are not selling anymore, which those work great too, but I find that these lay down a more intense color, I guess. I love my other ones because I feel like they hang on to residual ink and I can really get like a true pastel if that's what I want. But in a situation like this where I really want that punch of color, I'm probably going to gravitate towards these little Altenew ones because I feel like they just lay it down better. They don't do great at like hanging on to residual very well, but they are awesome at laying down just a dramatic color. Now, my blend is not going to be perfect here. Like I said, partially it's going to dry back and smooth out a little bit, but I'm also not super worried about it because I know I'm going to emboss it. So it's not going to be a big deal. Oh, this is going to be intense. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This color is gorgeous. See, I am drawn to colors like this, like that I wear. Like I feel like I would wear more earthy colors. There's some bright colors that I wear, like an electric orchid purple, which is my favorite, but otherwise I'm going to be wearing like really earthy, kind of deep, rich colors like this. And look at this beautiful, if you can see this color that it's creating in the middle. It's creating this really dark green that's really pretty. And I might also splatter some water on this so you can see how water reactive it is, and that'll just even add more to it for the embossing. So here, I'm just gonna kind of blend this out. Again, I'm not the best in the world at blending. I just kind of get it so it looks okay. And then, wow, I love these colors. My gosh, how pretty is that? Okay, I'm gonna let this sit a minute and come back and let you see it kind of dried back. Okay, coming back on, I think you might be able to tell how much this is lightened up already. I'm also gonna show it next to this. You can see it's quite a bit darker on this. Maybe you can't tell, but it did definitely lighten in color, and you can really see in person. I know you can't see super great on this, but you can really see the teal underneath that, which is gorgeous. Now this cashmere, I don't feel like this one changed too much. It's kind of similar. And then this succulent, you can see it's quite a bit darker on this, well, in person, but here is the succulent kind of dried back. So I'm going to show you this. I'm actually going to splatter some water on this and kind of let you see how water reactive it is. You could do this with like a shimmer water. You could do it with a shimmer spray and get kind of, you know, that extra little something. But this, look at how quickly it's reacting to this water, which is really fun. And I feel like the extra moisture on this too is also going to help it really take to the embossing. And this is just plain water in here. But again, you could use something like this, like a shimmer spray, or if you have like extra mica, like maybe you have perfect pearls, you could throw it in a little bottle like this of water, make your own little shimmer spray. But look at that. That is dramatic. Okay, so I'm going to grab this new embossing folder. I'm so excited to see how this looks. And I'm loving these colors. So excited. Okay. These are honkers. They're not super fat, which I appreciate, but they're big. They're like a full half sheet of cardstock big. So I'm going to put this, look at that. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Okay. I'm going to put this in here. Try and make it straight. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go up a little bit higher on the design. Okay. And then I'm going to run this through off screen through my die cutting machine. Okay, the big reveal. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Oh, you know what I see with this one? I feel like if you were to do one of the colored cardstocks with a white core and then like take a piece of sandpaper on top of it and brush off the edges, but oh my gosh. How cool is that, you guys? I cannot wait to turn this into a card. Oh, so you can see it's already drying back quite a bit. I don't know if you can tell, it's quite a bit lighter. And my subpar blending doesn't really matter now, does it? Thanks to splatters and embossing and all the things. So these are my new products. These new colors are, I think they're called Lasso Collection or something. There's some new stamps and whatnot. But thank you again so much, Sharon, for the tip. I was very excited to hear about these and get them in my stash. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Watch for me to use these products in the future. If you're curious about my next video, be sure to hit that notification bell, and then YouTube's will let you know when I release another video. So thanks for spending time with me. I'll catch you next time. Bye.